I wanted to create this because I think a lot of the time we see a finished image like this on social media. Everything looks very pristine and well put together, which is very nice. But I think it's useful and interesting to see how these things are arrived at. So this is a banner that I use both for my Facebook business page, but it's also the right pixel dimensions for a YouTube banner as well, which I might end up using for that. Right now we're looking at the finished image that I currently have up on my Facebook business page, but I wanted to show you a little bit about how I arrived at this image. And I'm going to be using Adobe Photoshop. This is the program that we're looking at here to show you that. Okay, so if we look at the original photos that I took in my studio, see there's one that I did of this oil painting. See that I have some tape on the wall as a focal point that I used for a previous project. And then I took this one as well. I like sort of the story that it tells about the studio with all this nice paint on the used palette, as well as we see some brushes, some of my paint that I have in the studio. You already see some paintings in the background, but I also liked the easel and the image of the canvas here, and also to accommodate the dimensions that are necessary on different social media sites like the Facebook business page banner. I knew that I needed to make it a wider pixelation. I don't quite remember what the pixelation is, but I can look that up. Anyway, so you'll see this section of the photo is actually taken from this photo. And this section is actually taken from this photo and plugged into here. And as a result, I obviously needed, if you see these original photos, there's not as much space between my canvas, my easel, and my palette cart. And I needed to create some more space there. And obviously the lighting, even though it doesn't at first appear apparent in these different pictures, in these two pictures, they appear identical, they actually are quite different. So obviously I took out the little tape that was over here, relatively easy fix. Then I plugged in these photos in multiple layers. And then I created a couple of different sub-layers and created a couple of custom gradients. I'm not going to walk you through it right now because I didn't record it. Custom gradients based on the background color for this one, and then another one for this one. And then I blended those two, Gaussian blurred them, and merged them. Then I also blurred the edges between this layer and its correlating gradient, and this layer and its correlating gradient. Together we have this. If we were to look very, very, very closely, I suppose you could see something right here. So giving you some of the tricks of the trade. I think there's also a tiny tail right over there as well, but hopefully that doesn't show up for the average viewer. And then we have this. After this image was complete, then I'm free to add whatever filters I want, adjust it to lighting, tone, etc., etc. That's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video.